Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a full review of the new fragrance from Kilian Old Fashioned. I posted my first impression video on this about 2-ish weeks ago, and now that I've had some time to do some real wearings with this, some full wears and a lot of testing on my skin, I definitely have some new thoughts to share with you on this scent. So this is a very exciting release. This one has been teased for quite some time now. People have been getting very excited about this Old Fashioned because when the notes were leaked, people saw a similarity between this and a discontinued fragrance, Single Malt. So that really kind of created a buzz around this release. People were thinking that it was going to be Single Malt rebranded, and they are incredibly close. We're talking like 95% the same. The main difference with Old Fashioned is that it's not going to have that very famous plum note that is in Single Malt. But other than that, they smell essentially exactly the same. So if you've been missing Single Malt, you're in for a treat with Old Fashioned. And I just want to start off by saying that the more that I've worn this, because I liked it upon my first impression, I believe I did rate it an 8 off of the first impression. The more that I have worn this, the more that I have fallen like madly in love with this scent. It is supposed to be a new fragrance of heritage and sophistication with whiskey accords that are inspired by an 18-year-old single malt. So Kilian is kind of giving us some hints with that. Aged to perfection, and I can very safely say it truly is. This is a very unique ambery boozy scent with a lot of sweet nuances. Interesting and sweet nuances, I should say. You can see here that the bottle design is very classic in the Liqueurs collection. We'll go ahead and spray it. The notes in Old Fashioned are going to be wheat, Divana, cedar, immortelle, Tolu balsam, and styrax, of course, with that whiskey accord. This just has one of those openings that just draws you in. There is a freshness on top here, definitely. Combined with this kind of like honey sweetness. We'll do a little skin comparison too, but it's not sugary. There is something a little bit honey sweet, but it's not like Angel Share. Even though I will say, I do kind of find some sort of relation between Angel Share and this. They're definitely not the same, maybe distant cousins, but there is definitely some sort of DNA that you will recognize between the two. And you're also going to feel something kind of like tobacco, some sort of interesting tobacco accord that doesn't come off smoky or ashy or even too green. It's really like this interesting like new tobacco accord that is very dry, and also the immortelle in this fragrance is going to help add to this like hay wheat accord and that tobacco accord too. There is a lot of dryness in this scent. It's a very interesting contrast. This is an incredibly artistic fragrance. You will really be able to tell the artistry and creativity when you smell this scent because, like I said, it opens with this kind of honey sweet sensation, but at the same time, you can also sense this texture that is incredibly dry, and especially on the skin, it has this wheat note and immortelle as well that comes off kind of hay-like. Some people are either going to love that or they're going to smell it on skin and be like, no, this is not for me. That is really the only thing about this that could be a bit polarizing. So when you go test this, you need to spray it on your skin. Especially on my skin, I get a lot of that hay note. It doesn't last throughout the whole scent, but it is there. As the fragrance settles, you really only smell that when you're up close. And now the magic of this scent that I found is in this sillage. This is the most magical, beautiful sillage ever. This fragrance is literally, it's all about the scent trail and really, really powerful too. I will say, in terms of projection, after like the first 2 to 3 hours, it isn't like a beast mode projector, but the entire time that you're wearing it, you're going to have an amazing sillage. And the longevity on this has been really good for me too. Easily, I've gotten like 8 to 10 hours wearing this, like with a full wear. It's just so artistic. The whiskey is there. It's definitely a very boozy scent, but the main player in this fragrance is definitely this very sweet resin and amber. And along with that kind of tobacco-like accord as well that just It's hard to really tell, like to explain exactly how it smells. It's just not typical. It is the perfect fragrance for a gentleman. I don't know, when I smell this, I just picture like a gentleman's club, a very high-end gentleman's club. But a woman could easily pull this one off if she feels like drawn to this scent profile. It's completely unisex. Because of that kind of wheat hay note, I feel like some women are not going to like it. Like I think that's going to be the deal breaker for some women. Also because of that like really extreme booziness. It truly has just this special feeling about it. Can you think of a fragrance that you know that when you smell it, there's just something special about it? It's kind of hard exactly to pinpoint what that means, but you just get this feeling when you smell it that you just know that it's a next level type of scent. There's something that's just makes it really stand out from the rest. This definitely has that factor for those that are going to resonate with it. I cannot reiterate enough that this is one that you need to try on your skin because it is very appealing, but I really think that that kind of dry, immortelle wheat note is going to be a little difficult for some people, especially because unlike in single malt, it doesn't really have that fruitiness to kind of balance out that dryness. You know what I'm saying? That plumminess in single malt really helped it feel a little bit more complete and kind of took away from that hay note. Definitely just a sexy, sexy gentleman's club. This is an incredibly attractive scent, especially to smell on a man and in the air. Kind of semi-gourmand in some ways. And once again, it's going to share some sort of relation to Angel Share, which is a good thing and a bad thing. So if Angel Share for you was something that was a little too sweet, a little too like sugary sweet, headache inducingly sweet, you're going to love this. But also I think that if you like Angel Share, you'll also really like this. It's kind of related in that booziness in the amber, but it's just nowhere near as sweet. It doesn't have that like apple pie vibe that you get from Angel Share. I'm really happy to see this new addition to the collection. Honestly, the Liqueurs collection from Kilian is ungodly underrated. It is extremely, extremely under talked about. There are so many amazing perfumes in this collection, apple brandy on the rocks, and of course, roses on ice. And nobody really talks about them. Everyone just puts all of their attention on Angel Share. And I am kind of hoping that that's going to change with this. It's just, this is going to be perfect for the fall. It smells like fall in a bottle. It is a stunning, unique fragrance that dries pretty linear. You're not really going to see too many changes in this as it dries. Kind of just dries to a nice like sweet amber and a little bit of booze. Amazing performance. This is a great addition to the Liqueurs collection. It just fits, like it fits perfectly. It really filled a gap in what was needed, which is nice that it's not just like another kind of redundant release. It is 100% worth testing out in store, but I do believe that it's going to be a Sephora exclusive when it first launches. I did see a listing on Sephora for this saying coming soon, but I would not blind buy this. Just wait, test it out in store. I think that it's going to be worth the wait. I love it. I'm incredibly impressed by this. I had a really great time just testing this out and really getting to know it. And I'm very happy to have it in my collection. But guys, that was just my final thoughts, my full review on the new fragrance from Kilian, Old Fashioned. Please let me know in the comments below if you are interested in trying this release. Were you a fan of single malts? I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.